Hey YouTube, greetings from New York City. I'm here on a kind of like little 4-day vacation thing. I'm just waiting for my cousin to wake up, and I just got out of the shower, which is why I'm not wearing any shirt. But after my cousin wakes up, we're gonna go see some sights in like Ground Zero, and of course I'm going to go see the Fifth Avenue Apple Store because I haven't seen that yet. But anyway, my whole family's come to New York City to go to my uncle's wedding, which is really cool because he and his partner have actually been together longer than I've been alive. So the fact that they can finally get married is pretty sweet. So accordingly, I would like to talk about gay marriage. Now, obviously, there's a lot of controversy over gay marriage, and there always has been. But this week, something kind of set me off. I was reading this article. It was written by a pretty left-wing source. I mean, a pretty right-wing source, excuse me, about same-sex marriage, and it was written really terribly. I'll link it below, as always, just so you guys can take a read. But it said, same-sex marriage makes men more promiscuous and women more dependent, shortens life through practices rarely divulged in the argument together with higher rates of mental health issues, and has proven to harm society by separating in the public conscious the concepts of matrimony and procreation. Basically, the argument that the article is making that is that same-sex marriage is bad because it can't provide society with children, and that is the argument that a lot of right-wing people or sources are taking these days, that the purpose of marriage is to procreate. And if we're going by that, rule, then single parents are out of the question. Marriages by people who can no longer have children are out of the question. Marriages by people who don't want children are out of the question. And it's just a little bit ridiculous. Now, in terms of same-sex marriage, there's a lot of division, I think, in the gay community overall about what exactly we want and how far we want to go and whatever else. So, like, some people want, like, marriage as we know it today, like marriage kind of like what New York is doing. And some people are fine with like civil unions, and some people are, somewhere in the middle of all that, and some people don't even want to get involved in it. My opinion is that there should be a separation between, like, over here is church marriage and over here is like civil marriage. And I don't think it should be the government's place to talk about like religious marriage, but it can talk about civil marriage, obviously. And so basically what I look for in marriage would be just kind of the civil aspect of it. And I think that we should try to dissociate the two, the two sides from each other. And I think that if we want like the legal benefits of a marriage, that would be like a civil marriage, and we could go to the city hall or the courthouse and get those actions performed. And then if somebody would want a religious marriage, then they could go to their respective denominational church or whatever and get their marriage sanctified by whatever God thing does marriage stuff. That's my opinion, and I think that's like the best way to kind of satisfy everybody, because it keeps the two things separate, and it doesn't demean anything for like same-sex couples, because it would be the same for everybody. And so I'm just kind of curious to hear what you guys think. Anyway, below I'm going to post some links as usual. They're probably going to be the Wikipedia page for marriage and that article that I mentioned, and anything else I've run across that's interesting. And of course, also below is all the Trevor Hotline stuff. Once again, don't be afraid to use it or contact me or whatever. Follow me on Twitter. You can keep up to date with my New York activities. It'll be fun. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.